So yo, what's up? This is the Sony Xperia 1 Mark 6. I've been using the Sony Xperia 1 Mark 6 for almost a month now. This is the latest flagship from Sony. It's a very unique phone with an excellent camera system. In today's video, I'll be sharing why I love and dislike this phone. So let's go. First, let's talk about what I love about the Sony Xperia 1 Mark 6. First is the design. The Xperia 1 Mark 6 features a very simple design. It has a 6.5-inch LTPO screen with a 120Hz screen refresh rate. The body ratio is now 19.5:9 compared to 21:9 on the Xperia 1 Mark 5. The display now has a 1080p resolution compared to 4K on the Xperia 1 Mark 5, which is a downgrade, but I don't have any issue with it. The colors and sharpness of the screen are still excellent. It also has Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection on the front, textured Gorilla Glass Victus on the back, and an aluminum frame. At the side, you will find the volume button and the power button, which is a fingerprint sensor also. Plus, it has a dedicated shutter button for taking photos and start-stop the video recording. Second is the speakers. The Sony Xperia 1 Mark 6 features two front-facing stereo speakers. The loudness and reach of the sounds are well balanced, unlike the other smartphones with dual stereo speakers where the top is on the earpiece and the bottom has down-firing speakers. So you won't accidentally cover the speakers while watching content or playing games because they are front-facing. I wish all smartphones had speakers like Sony's. Third is the battery. The Xperia 1 Mark 6 has a 5000 mAh battery and 30-watt charging speed. The battery life on this phone is superb. I can achieve 8 to 9 hours of screen on time with 30% battery remaining, and for me, that is impressive. This is the best battery life I ever experienced on an Android phone. Fourth is the 3.5 headphone jack and a micro SD slot. Sony is the only manufacturers offering these must-have features in a flagship phone. You can use your wired headset to enjoy a good quality sound or plug in a wired mic for vlogging. Plus, it has a micro SD slot that supports up to 1TB of extra storage. You don't need a SIM ejector tool to open your SIM slot. Just do this and you're done. This is how flagship phone should be. Fifth is the camera. The Sony Xperia 1 Mark 6 has three rear cameras, a 48-megapixel f1.9 24mm main camera, a 12-megapixel f2.2 16mm ultra-wide camera with autofocus, and a 12-megapixel f2.3 85mm to f3.5 170mm periscopic telephoto camera with 3.5 times to 7.1 times continuous optical zoom. It also features a 12-megapixel f2.0 24mm front camera without autofocus. Sony approached mobile photography differently from its competitors. While others rely heavily on AI computation, Sony sticks to a more natural style. The Xperia 1 Mark 6 does have AI features, but they are not as pronounced. The photos, especially from the main camera, are superb. You can manually control your camera using the Pro modes in the new Sony camera app, adjusting ISO, shutter speed, white balance, and more. You can use manual focus and turn on focus peaking for accurate focusing. There are three shooting modes in Pro mode, include Program Auto, Shutter Speed Priority, and Manual Exposure. And my favorite on the new Sony Xperia 1 Mark 6 is the Telephoto Macro. It uses the telephoto lens to capture a stunning macro photos. Take note that this mode has no autofocus. You need to manually focus your subject. For video, the Xperia 1 Mark 6 can shoot 4K up to 120 FPS for all real cameras and 4K up to 60 FPS for front camera. The main camera delivers one of the best video qualities I've used on an Android phone. The video quality is very natural with true to life colors. It also has a S-Cinetone color profile, which I also use on my Sony a7 IV camera for using a cinematic look. If you use a Sony Alpha cameras, you know what I mean. And Sony promised that they will include a new video pro mode on their OS update this coming fall. Now let's talk about what I dislike about this phone, or should I say what I hate about this new Sony Xperia 1 Mark 6. First, the telephoto camera isn't great. Yes, it's not. Sony has put effort into the hardware for the telephoto camera but neglected to provide a larger sensor. The image quality is usable in good lighting, but the 3.5 times zoom is just okay and the 7.1 times zoom is quite poor. Despite Sony's effort, the sensor limits the effectiveness of the hardware. Second is the front camera. The front camera's image quality is decent in good lighting but lags behind other flagship phones. The lack of autofocus is a no-no for a flagship camera phone. So this is the video sample of the Sony Xperia 1 Mark 6 front-facing camera. So with no autofocus. It's good. So that's what I love and hate about the Sony Xperia 1 Mark 6. The Xperia 1 Mark 6 is a great phone with a simple but elegant design. The addition of a 3.5 headphone jack and micro SD slot is significant. The battery life is exceptional and the camera performance is fantastic for both photos and videos. Overall, this is a content creator's dream phone, but I hope Sony addresses the need for a larger sensors in the future models. So if you love photography and manual shooting, you will enjoy this phone, and if you are a regular user, you'll appreciate its software and battery life. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. From Oman, my name is Rosal. Thanks for watching.